We are live. Oh, Mr. Lee Mac 912 is the first one. Adam Wolf is in there right away. That's awesome.
Welcome.
Fantastic. Lee Mac, fantastic to see you, buddy. And Adam, always good to see you. Of course, everywhere we go, we see you, man. You're a trooper,
always.
Dude. That guy hits the scene. Ah, crap! All right, I had the video playing in the background because I'm watching the live stream as well. Yeah, so you guys will notice that we're a little light tonight. Cesar called me at the last minute, and he's had a bunch of crap go down at his house, and he's going to try to make it on. He's going to be late if he does make it on. He's not positive he will. So it's kind of a bummer. Cesar really was looking forward to this show tonight and wanted to do it. But,
absolutely.
But sometimes that stuff happens. But so let's see what we're looking at here for. I only see a couple people on so far. How's this working? Okay, eight people. All right, so this is going to be a cool show. How you doing, bro?
Doing good. Absolutely good.
You lived through the Texas freezing over?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's back to the 80s. Wonderful ice melting degrees. Yes.
Nice. Hey, Lee Mac, we're doing good, man. Thank you so much for joining. How have you been other than that? You didn't suffer any like broken pipes or anything, did you?
No, we got very big like icing mainly. We didn't get a lot of snow.
Okay.
We ran our luckily, I mean us, we ran our pipes, made sure it didn't freeze over or anything like that.
Right.
Luckily for us, we lost power 3 different times.
Wow.
But luckily we're on the hospital grid. So we're kind of fast on it, but it was like off on. I'm like, God. So.
Oh, that's kind of cool, man. I lose power when I lose power here. I usually lose it for several hours at a time, and sometimes a couple days at a time.
The first time it happened was during the Sokka video, when Sokka was live with us.
That's right. It
happened. I was like, no, and it was out to it was out for a good while, at least till in the morning.
We got Justin in the chat. Cigar Show Tim. Janice is out there.
How's it going?
Fantastic. Tim's got a new coffee that he's offering for a little while. That's you got to be a rich man to do that thing. But let's not dilly dally. Let's bring on our guest, guys. We have the one and only Mr. Martin Amaya from Martin Amaya Cigar Reviews.
Oh, shit.
You guys
Time to go.
Get on back there.
What's going on, everybody? It is Martin Amaya. Oh, wrong show.
How's it going, buddy?
What's going on, guys?
We're doing good. You got your beverage going. You don't have your cigar going yet,
I
though.
do. Huh? I don't have my cigar going yet. I'm having some Buffalo Trace this evening. Even though I got to work tomorrow, but it's all good.
On Saturday, you got to work, huh?
Yeah, I kind of picked up an extra job, and I don't have a day off until next month.
That extra job being at the cigar shop?
Yeah, I got a job at a cigar lounge called En Fuego Tobacco in Murphy, Texas.
Cool.
And every day that I do not work at my dealership, I will be working at the cigar lounge. So kind of cool gig. And I can go into the backstory on why I decided to get a part-time job at a cigar lounge here in a little bit.
Yeah, man. Because last I heard, you got affected by the whole COVID thing, and you were out of work for quite a while, man.
I was, yeah. I back in March of last year, 31st of March was my last day at my dealership. And I mean, I didn't really know what to do other than look for work and try to figure something out. So I went through all the employer sites, and I was on Indeed, I was on monster.com, all those sites trying to find something, but nobody was hiring.
Yeah.
And when I did find something, I didn't realize how good I had it as far as my pay when I was working at the dealership, because everybody was offering 25% less of what I was making at the dealership. And I was like, you know what? I really can't afford that. I can't afford to lose that much. So I filed for unemployment, and a lot of shit went on, but it just kind of lets you know that, I mean, there really is no such thing as job security. I mean, you just gotta have something on the side, have a little side hustle, and I'm thankful that I was able to, in a way, keep my sanity by having my YouTube channel and kind of posting videos. I mean, it did still put a toll on me as far as like my my mental, I don't even know what you would call it, but basically,
Sure.
I was a little messed up, and I didn't want to admit it. And I just kind of put a happy face in front of a camera, and just kind of made sure that everybody knew I was in a. It was kind of like I was trying to be in a positive state of mind, I guess, and that was like my positive state of mind, just being able to focus on YouTube, get some stuff out, not worry about what's going on the back side of the camera. And
Right.
I had a lot of friends that just kind of reached out and just it got bad probably about the 7th month of being unemployed. It just kind of started hitting me, and I didn't realize I gained weight. So I gained about 50 pounds during COVID. So
Wow.
I went to, my wife dragged me to a doctor, because I'm the type of person where I don't want to go to the doctor unless I'm sick and like dying. But
Sure.
she said, you know what, you've got some things going on, so let's take you to see a doctor. And the doctor said I was fat. I had high blood pressure and all this other stuff. I'm like, God damn, man. So I started a keto diet, and I lost the 50 pounds that I gained during the my whole depressive state of being unemployed. So,
awesome.
but enough
That's
yapping. I'm
awesome,
gonna go and light my cigar.
Yeah. What do you got there? That looks.
So-
That's a true estate. The Hoyo. Yeah.
This is the Hoya de Nicaragua. This is the Cinco de Cadas in the box pressed. I think this is called the Doctor.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I've had
figured
a
I'd
few
smoke
of
something
those.
good. So I'm smoking something good tonight. I was hoping Cesar would be here, but he's got some shit going on. I called him before the show, just made sure he was okay, and hopefully he can make it later on tonight.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. We'll. I think he'll try to. I think he'll try pretty hard to get on there. Rob, what are you smoking, bro?
Well, since we got Mr. Martin here, I know he's a fan of McAuliffe.
Oh
I
yeah.
went with the McAuliffe A.
Oh
the
shit.
A.
That's one of my favorite cigars.
McAuliffe A.
Yeah, buddy.
Well, likewise, in honor of our guest, first I'll what are you drinking? You didn't tell us what you're drinking.
Oh, I'm drinking Proper 12.
Proper 12.
Proper 12.
I am drinking an Americano. It is called Mexico Turquesa, something like that. Anyways, it's turquoise in Spanish.
Yeah.
And then in honor of you, Martin Amaya, Crown Heads La Colección.
Oh shit. Oh, my favorite brand.
Oh, dude, we got to talk about this. Listen. I know I can't trust your palate, and here's why. You said the Mil Diaz was a single-dimensional cigar. You're out of your mind, dude.
Yeah.
You are out of your mind, man. How many have you smoked?
I've smoked the one.
Oh, just for one?
But I smoke it on a clean palate every time.
No, you know what's interesting about that cigar for me was that really was a cigar that I had to smoke numerous times to really start to appreciate it. The first time I didn't like it at all. I was like, man, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be down with this stick. Second time, the experience was totally different. And then after that, I really started, and I think what probably struck me about it was it's so different from Crown Heads, what they typically do, that it was just kind of a contrast for me and stuff. But yeah, what's your deal with Crown Heads? You're just not a big Crown Heads fan, huh?
I'm not gonna lie, there are some good ones. I like the La Carême. That's a good one.
There you go.
And that's the only one that sticks out.
Listen to this guy. He called Mil Diaz a single-dimensional cigar, guys. You can't. I don't even know what he's got a channel for.
Right.
James Garcia in the house, man. How's it going, buddy?
Hey.
Black Lion Luxuries, everyone. Check them out. It's a wicked club.
Yeah, buddy. All right, you guys got to tell me if anybody's talking shit in the chat because I can't see it.
Mr. J.
Oh, don't worry. No one's saying anything.
We got someone in there with the name HOLEEFUK.
Okay.
And how do you pronounce that?
I'm not going to say it. As always, we got Janice, we got Pete F in the house, and Lee Mack. We got a good showing tonight. That's fantastic, everyone. Mike Ortiz, hey buddy, what's up?
Mike.
What's going on, Mike? I follow Mike on Instagram.
Yeah, I did too when I was on Instagram. John Salas, shout out to Mr. Lee Mack. He says, I guess I could put some of these up on the thing there.
Oh, I can't see it. Sweet.
Yeah, we got to get. I wonder if we're going to get a little visit from Mr. Cigar Prop tonight.
Uh-oh. It's been a while since I've talked to him. How about you guys?
Yeah, I haven't talked to Kevin in a little while, man. It's I'll be honest, guys. I have not watched. I watched one cigar video last week. And
Cigar Vixen.
I'm just. What's that?
I said Cigar Vixen.
No, actually it was Carlos. My first cigar up in Canada.
Okay.
But it's just been crazy. My work, I've got a fantastic job. I love my job, but they really, really push constant growth. They constantly want you cross training and different stuff and all this, and it's just really hard to keep up with sometimes.
Okay. So when are you coming back to Dallas? We got to meet up again.
Dude, you know it, man. I don't know. I'm due for some more training, which some of the training I can do down there, and actually that's usually the training we can do in Richardson or we can do in Research Triangle Park, and I prefer Richardson because it's not quite as far to travel, and I don't know, it's just a little more hip and lively than the area around RTP where the Cisco campus is beautiful, but it's just sparse and there's not a lot to do there.
Okay. Yeah, there's a lot to do here. Richardson.
Yeah, here we go. Here's the dude. I smoked a T52 tonight. Number 9 is head and shoulders above it. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's weird. What do you guys think between the number 9 and the T52?
I will say I used to love the T52. I thought it was just an excellent, excellent cigar.
Okay.
And over the years, my palate changed, and I think I favor the number 9 better now.
Which one do you find to be a little bit heavier or spicier or whatever you want to say?
The T52 is definitely a fuller body cigar, a lot earthier. I think the number 9, it's more of a balanced flavor. So I think I favor the number 9 a little bit more now. But I mean, I used to love super peppery cigars back in the day. But that was probably about more than 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, I think that's the reason that I like the T52 more than the 9. Although I love both of them. I can smoke either one. It would be hard to pick if you gave me a choice between either one.
Yeah.
But
I'm Liga 9 as well. But I mean, honestly, I'd rather just pick up a Tabernacle. I mean, it's the same exact thing.
Tabernacle, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You've been smoking many. Oh my gosh. Your brand, dude. It was right
Caldwell.
there. The what?
Caldwell.
Caldwell. I thought you said Carlo. I'm like, what
According
are you
to
talking
someone, it's Crownhead.
Hey, it starts with a C. I got it confused.
No, it's all good. Yeah, I smoke them pretty much every day, man. I've got my own little stash.
I hear you. Yeah, I haven't been buying anything, although I did reach out to Neptune Cigar today. Actually, a few places put out they've got the notify me when it's in stock thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I went to a bunch of places today and said, hey, as soon as you have the Lost Angel from Crown Heads, let me know. I'm buying a box. So it's supposed to come out. I think it releases early next month. So I'm getting excited about that.
Okay, I want to say something about Chrome Heads.
Go.
I've never been a fan of a lot of the stuff that they carry. But there is a cigar that I will most likely buy a box of without knowing how it even tastes.
Okay.
And that is going to be the 2021 version of the Las Calaveras.
Okay, and why is that?
Because of the entire meaning behind the cigar.
Okay, you're the second person I've heard bring that up. I have not read or seen anything on it yet. So what's the meaning behind this particular year?
So, not necessarily the year, but every year he comes out with a cigar called the Las Calaveras that represents the people that you have lost the previous year. Now, I think I and a lot of people have been affected by COVID, either directly or indirectly.
Okay.
And I, for one, like that you're honoring the people that you have lost the year before. Unfortunately, my grandmother we lost last year due to COVID. So,
oh, dude, sorry to hear that, man.
That's something that I'm going to be looking forward to, and then just being able to have that box and smoke one every year, every 6 months, something, just to remember the times that we had at my grandparents' house.
Were you close with your grandparents?
I was close with my grandfather. Like, it really hit me hard when I lost my grandfather about 5 years ago. But I remember when my grandfather left us, my grandmother, I'll never forget, at my grandfather's funeral, she was just crying and yelling out that it wasn't time. It wasn't his time to go yet. And she needed more time with him. And that just kind of left a lasting impression to where, I mean, you really don't see the love that people have for each other because they either don't express it in public, but that is, I mean, it's a sad memory, but at the same time, like, I want to be able to remember my grandmother for the good times, you know?
Sure. How long were your grandparents married?
They were married for, I don't know. I mean, I remember going to their 50th anniversary because that was, I remember the gifts that they'd gotten. They'd gotten one specific gift that just kind of left that lasting memory, and it was like a rocking swing set thing. So they were married for at least 50 years, but it was, I want to say, close to 60 years they were married.
Wow, that is awesome, man. The memories and everything that they, over, and the way they get to know each other over that amount of time and stuff. Yeah. That's a blessing, man. That's awesome. Well, you've been married quite a while now, too, haven't you?
Who, me or Robert?
You.
Not me.
No, we did everything backwards. Yeah, we met, we dated for probably about 4 years.
Okay.
Let me see, it's been probably about 3 years. And then we had a child. And then we kind of pushed the wedding off because we had a child, and then we had 2 more children. And then they got pushed
we got a baby
further.
Factory over here, man.
And then we had another child, and it got pushed back even further. But we ended up getting married last year in March.
Oh, wow.
Right before COVID hit. So, yeah, we did everything backwards, way backwards.
I just remembered the story you told me when I was down there visiting. I totally spaced that. But yeah, I guess you guys have been married for all intents and purposes.
Common law, I guess, is what Texas calls it.
Right. That's cool, man.
Yep. But March 13th will be 1 year.
Oh, man, that's March 13th. Dude, that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah, okay, happy anniversary.
But it's going to be 14 years together now.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Yep. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, you told that story about your grandparents. Last week there was a story on one of the news sites. This couple that had been married for over 70 years, 70, 71 years, something like that. They both got COVID, and for whatever reasons, they were put in different hospitals. And,
oh no!
And they both got really in rough shape, ventilators and stuff. They got to thinking, it's getting sketchy. These guys aren't going to make it. So they like 2 days before she passed away, they got him into her hospital room, and there was this beautiful picture of them holding hands. They're both on ventilators and stuff.
Oh man!
She passed away, and then 2 days later he passed away. And but they got to be together at the end there, so that was really cool. But yeah. I live in a community. I live in a community where most of the people think the whole COVID thing is just bunk, and it's really hard. Say whatever you want about it and stuff, but there's no denying that it's a real thing, and that people have been really affected by it and stuff. And so for me, it's been a little bit of a divisive thing in our community, because everyone here hates the idea of masks, hates the idea you can't tell me what to do, and all this stuff, which is stupid, But anyways.
Yeah, we our mask mandate has finally been lifted here in Texas as of Wednesday. So
yeah, you guys just fully opened up, right?
We fully opened up, 100% capacity. masks are not required, but from what I've seen, every business requires their employees to wear the masks.
Okay.
But if you are a visitor or a customer, you have the option to either use a mask or not.
Yeah.
A lot of the people here in Texas have, from what I've seen, still wear masks. I mean, they're still out in public wearing masks, like the mask mandate hasn't been lifted. But I mean, me being me not wanting to wear the damn masks, I was one of those assholes that walked into a Walmart maskless the day before the mandate was lifted.
Yeah, I'm
But,
the same way.
That's just how I've always been. I've been rebellious. And, yeah.
Is that in your?
No, yeah.
Right.
Somebody in the complex's car is just going crazy.
So what kind of cigars you guys been smoking lately? What's been going down? Or what have you smoked lately that has really sort of grabbed your attention?
I'll let Robert answer first.
Me? Basically anything. Let's see. I mean, of course, I can always say my Caldwell, but that's going to be, that's like him saying Crown Head. Let's see. Wait, I can't release that yet. Never mind.
Is the review not out yet?
No, it's not out yet. Let's see. We smoked the CAO. What was it?
Oh, the new one.
The one that we just did.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it to say.
I don't remember the name.
The black and gold band, right? It's like almost
it's coiled.
band.
It's a coiled band, basically. Oh,
yeah, Marta Coil or
Marta. Yeah, that one. That one.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one was a phenomenal cigar. It
really?
Was. Yes. And I think it's my favorite CAO.
Really?
That I've had so far.
That's cool. Marta Coil, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I almost pulled the trigger on a box of those because I've been a fan of the all of the Amazon Basin cigars, and that's done with the same process that the tobaccos from those were done. But I don't know. I didn't want to spend the money, and I've got to hold out. I'm really limiting myself on cigars right now, and I've got my eye out on that. Anything Crown Heads, I'm gonna pick up.
Of course.
But I'm trying to save up for a big old 25th anniversary trip this year.
Oh wow! What's the plan?
Dude, who knows? With initially the plan was go to Italy, but
okay.
Italy's closed down. They don't want people traveling there and stuff. The other place I would love to go, I've always wanted to go to Russia, but my wife is not down with that at all.
I wouldn't be either.
I want to go to Russia so bad, but I don't know. So I don't know what's going to happen. We are pushing it off. Our anniversary is in July, but we're thinking maybe around October or maybe early November we'll go somewhere. But it's hard because of the COVID stuff, and there's still a lot of restrictions around the world and stuff. So the other idea is we do some big, massive road trip across the U.S., which would still be really cool.
That's pretty nice. Yeah.
Okay. You got to make sure Texas is one of those spots you stop at.
Everywhere, man. We would definitely go to Texas. We would definitely go to Missouri.
Okay.
I want to go to South Dakota and check out Rushmore real bad, it's I just think that'd be kind of cool, but I don't know. we're still in the planning stages with not a lot of planning getting done.
Are you a planner?
Generally, yes. In fact, I usually plan our trips and stuff, but I haven't really been able to do much of anything. Like I was telling you, because of work, I've just been I've been hammered with work and stuff.
Right.
But so Holy F asked us what are our top 3 cigars of all time. You guys go first.
God.
I'll go first because it's fast for me.
Okay.
You have to watch our end of the year.
Of all time?
Yeah, of all time. That's a tough question, man.
All time is very tough. Like
I don't think I have an all time favorite 3.
I mean, I have like, when you say all time, would that say like, for me, all time, I always have a Long Live the King. Like I have buttloads of them. But that gets,
Okay.
but I don't know if it's one of my favorites of all time. I think it's one of my go-tos. Like, so.
I mean, you must like it because you keep buying a bunch of them. So that's got to be one that you really like.
But I buy a lot of cigars like that, though.
Okay.
You're putting too much thought into it, dude. Just throw 3 out there that you really
That's
like.
hard,
man.
though. Of all time,
I can say 2. A third one might be tough for me. Go. What about you, Martin?
I could probably say 1.
What would that be?
One that I've smoked time and time again, and it just always hits the spot when you can find them. That's the punch egg roll.
Really?
never had
I
that.
love the punch egg roll. Something about that cigar, it just always hits the spot.
That's cool. You had the one from last year, right? You reviewed that.
Yeah, I had the one from, I've had the chop suey, I've had the punch egg roll. Have not had the new Kung Pao, but the egg roll, that was an awesome cigar. I think I never bought a bundle, but I probably smoked about 6 of them, and they were all excellent.
Nice. But that's about the only one you could really come up with, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, I got 3 for you.
But
One of Rob's is going to be the Punch Diablo. I already know it.
No. I ain't anything punch. No. I'll do Long Live the King because, like I said, Cinco Permiso.
Fred, what up, buddy?
And then we'll go Aganorsa Supremely.
Cigar Head
nice.
Fred, what's up, dude? That's another Texas dude.
Yeah, that's right on.
He's
So
probably
for
about
me,
30 minutes away from me.
For me, La Colección will be one of them. I freaking love this cigar, and every time I go back to it, it reminds me why I love this cigar so much. This is probably my favorite, just all-around favorite cigar.
No comment.
The other one would probably be the house blend cigar at Casa Fuente, which you can only pick up in person at the Casa Fuente shops. And the house blend one in particular is a Cameroon wrapped. It's a gorgeous cigar. It's got this really cool orangish red band on it. And I love that stick. It's got a great Cameroon wrapper. And for me, probably though, it has more to do with the memories of that cigar, because I always get it when I go to Vegas, and I hang out at Casa Fuente out in the they've got kind of a lounge area out in the hallway, and you can watch people hitting all the shops and all that stuff. And it's just it's something I do every time I go to Vegas.
Okay.
I don't know if I could come up with a third one though.
All right, so I smoke a lot of McAuliffe, and I've been known as a McAuliffe whore because I love McAuliffe cigars. But one McAuliffe that really sticks out to me was the first McAuliffe I ever smoked, which was the Matafina. that cigar, for me, always hits the spot also. So I'll say that's my number 2, top
The
3.
Matafina,
cigar.
you said?
The McAuliffe Matafina. It's a Brazilian Matafina wrapper over Nicaraguan binder and filler. That
Nice.
cigar is awesome. But I don't think I can come up with a third one.
Yeah, third one's hard. The only McAuliffe I've had was the Leyenda number 7.
Okay.
And it was great. It was a fantastic cigar, man. Really good. I had that.
Was the Churchill, right?
No, I had. It was in the coffin. The number 7. It was. It was about a torpedo, but a little bit smaller than a torpedo.
Okay, so then that was not the number 7. That was the Leyenda number 2.
Was it the number 2? I thought it was the number 7. But okay.
Pretty sure it's number 2. There's the number 1 and number 2. So Leyenda number 1 was the Churchill. Leyenda number 2 was the smaller coffin cigar. Well, they're both in a coffin, but the smaller one was the number 2.
Okay, you're freaking me out, dude. I gotta look it up because I swear that cigar said number 7 on it.
Unless it's like a number 1 that's got that. And you thought it was a 7.
I smoked it with Mitch. Mitch was in Phoenix.
Oh,
and
I remember you were smoking at a Fox Cigar or somewhere around there.
It was 21 degrees. It was a really cool night, man. We had a good time, and Mitch was totally cool. Okay, here it is, Leyenda. Okay, so
1.
Okay, so they've got a format 6x52 pyramid, 7.5 by 54 pyramid, and a 6x54 special edition. So the one I had was the
special edition. Not the one that you had.
But they're not saying the numbers. So I think you're right. I think it was the number 1. Yeah, well, that's what they say. Number 1, number 2, and a special edition.
Yeah, special edition was like a almost $30 cigar, and I think I got that from Cesar.
Really?
Yeah.
Good on Cesar, man.
Mm-hmm. That was a good cigar too.
Izzy Perez, Izzy Perez in the house.
Izzy Perez, what's going on, buddy?
Is fire.
Fire, yes. Another McAuliffe fan. Woo!
So what's been going on in the SSL group?
Shadow Smokers Legion. As far as what?
I don't know. Anything. I mean, I know. I was on the show with Down to the Nub show.
Yep.
When was that? Last week? 2 weeks ago? Something like that?
It's been a little while. I don't remember you being on it recently, but I remember seeing you were going to be on there. But yeah, a lot of the people that are in the cigar YouTube community are in the SSL, which is really nice. It's a secret group. The only way that you can get invited is the only way you can join is to be invited, as you know. I think I might have been the one to invite you, Vic.
Yep. You invited me to it.
But yeah, it's just our secret family group. We think a cigar community should be the type of community where everyone knows each other, and you're there to offer assistance to your family members, like as if you would outside your cigar communities. So we just see it as a family community. So a lot of good things going on there. We teamed up with Tim Long over at the Turbojet Coffee. We've got a coffee coming out.
Yeah.
We've got a special edition cigar coming out that I cannot talk about yet because I'm going to be one of the first ones to review that cigar.
Nice.
But this would be the 3rd edition of the cigars for our group. So really looking forward to that. We've got swag. So if any of my SSL fam is watching,
That Lotus Cutter, man. That Lotus Cutter is
go,
pretty
baby.
sweet.
Coin check.
Nice.
Got all your coins there.
Got all my coins. We've got a special cutter. Tony loves swag, so we got a shit ton of swag.
Smoking Preacher in the house. What up, James?
We've got our Lotus cutter.
Yeah, that's a pretty
SSL.
sweet
That
cutter,
is
man.
awesome. Yeah.
So one of my favorite cutters. I
Now,
keep that
tell
in
me,
the mini pocket.
is that cutter? Does it feel pretty smooth and have a nice cut and stuff?
Oh,
I mean,
let me
it's
tell you what
Lotus, it's
happened.
gotta
Before I even cut a cigar, my dumbass run my finger across the blade, and it tore a piece of skin off of my freaking finger.
be nice.
I've made that mistake plenty
Oh
of times.
man! And then I cut my cigar, straight cut, 100% straight cut, no issues with filler coming out or anything. It always chops a super even cut all the way across, straight across.
And do you use the? It's got that little backstop there. Do you
Mhm.
push up to that backstop and cut there?
Yep, I push all the way up. I mean, it's a shallow, protected cutter. So you push it all the way into. I'm trying to figure out what my camera is. You push it all the way to the back there,
Okay.
and it is literally the perfect cut for a cigar. Like, it won't cut off too much, it won't cut off too little. It's a perfect, just snipping the cap off.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I know. Tony's a big swag guy, man. He's always pushing for something new and trying
Oh, yeah, we
all
love
different
our
kinds of
swag.
stuff out.
Yep, we've got whiskey glasses. We've got. I mean, the only thing we don't have are freaking sunglasses. So, but yeah, I mean, everything's going good in the family. We call ourselves a family, so I'm sure a lot of people that are watching the show, because I posted that I was going to be on the show, are watching. So big shout out to my SSL family.
Yeah, I know that is something that I recognized while I was in the group was that there seemed to be everyone. It was more family oriented than a lot of the other groups and stuff. It did seem like you guys really there was a deeper friendship than what you typically form in the groups and stuff.
Oh yeah. So let me tell you one thing. There was a member of ours that lost their husband during COVID, like underlying issues due to COVID.
Okay.
And everybody just kind of chipped in, and she wasn't doing well, and we just did what we could to make sure to let her know that hey, she was family if she needed anything, and we raised money for her husband's funeral. I mean, we did a lot of stuff for her. So just little things like that go a long way. Just a little bit of something to make something big. And I'm grateful to be a part of a community that does that for our members.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's pretty cool, man. That's really cool. And yeah, like you said, I mean, a little bit can add up quick and just make somebody feel like whatever crap I'm going through, I'm not going through it alone. Other people can at least empathize with me and stuff. So that's cool.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, I went through like a little depressive state during my unemployment, and my SSL family was there to let me know that if I needed anything, to reach out to them. And I'm not the type of person to vent very often, but on some certain nights, I mean, I was there on our live after shows, and I just kind of let it all loose, and everybody was there just let me know that they were there for me, and got me through it.
That's great.
So how did I guess the cigar lounge thing came up in the course of looking for a job and stuff?
Yes, it did. So not a whole lot of people outside of my inner circle know that I picked up a job at a cigar lounge. But during COVID, when I was unemployed, I was looking for work. I was trying to find something that I was okay, because I got a really extensive background in retail, but it has to do with automotive retail. So
Sure.
I've done everything with cars as far as selling I've sold cars for about a month or two. Figured that really wasn't something I wanted to do because it was like so competitive. But I mean, I've pretty much done the little oil change shops. I used to be a tire tech, changing tires. I've rented cars for like Enterprise, but for Avis Rent-A-Car. I'm in parts now at BMW, and now I am also in. Well, I'll go into that later. But during COVID, I picked up a full-time job at AutoZone, which it kind of retail and car parts. So it just, I fit right in. But with the whole finding a job thing and trying to figure out where I wanted my YouTube channel to go, I started thinking, I was like, you know what? I really need to focus on what my end goal is going to be. So I started looking at cigar lounges, and I knew they weren't going to pay very much. But what I'm looking at is the experience. So I picked up a part-time job at a cigar lounge, working there on the weekends. And my ultimate goal to get into the cigar industry is to own my own cigar lounge eventually.
Oh, cool, man.
Okay.
Very cool.
So that's where it kind of all ties together. I started my YouTube channel because I knew I wanted to do something with the cigar industry, but I didn't know where I wanted to go. I didn't know if I wanted to be a cigar broker, if I wanted to create a cigar brand. So talking to reps, talking to cigar manufacturers, talking to business owners, I figured that I do really well in the retail setting because that's where my background is in my work history. So opening up a cigar lounge is what I would ultimately want to do. It will involve online retail, and it will include a bar, because here in Texas,
you're an alcoholic.
No. No. I mean, I'm drinking Buffalo Trace here, so, but no. In Texas, Texas is the #1 state in the U.S. for cigar purchases. Like, if you want to make it big, you bring your cigars to Texas. There are so many different cigar lounges in Texas that you are sure to make it if you get your name out in Texas, because there's just so many. So, with that being said, you have so many different cigar lounges. There is so much competition with cigar lounges. I mean, I wouldn't even look at it as competition, because your cigar lounge is your cigar lounge. You have something different than every other cigar lounge. So my cigar lounge, I mean, I don't even know if I want to say it here on YouTube, because somebody might have the money to do it and take my idea. But no, ultimately I want a bar in my lounge because of my personal reasons. I want to be able to bring the people in with the cigars, and I want to keep them there because of the alcohol. So cigars and alcohol go together, and ultimately make more money with that. It'll keep you there because you have the home feeling, like your welcome feeling, but you have the alcohol there that will bring the money in on top of the cigar lounge, because everybody knows you buy one cigar, $5, you stay there for 3 hours, you're not making money for those 3 hours.
Sure.
So the only way that you can make money is if you bring alcohol, liquor in, and that'll cover some of the expenses. So that's just kind of what I'm thinking about, and I have a picture in my head of how I want my cigar lounge to look like, and at the same time keeping the alcoholics out of the picture. Like, I want someone to come in, enjoy a nice beverage, enjoy a second beverage, but not come to get wasted. So I don't want that bar lounge. I want the cigar lounge that offers alcohol.
So is that not a very popular thing in Texas? Because we have a number of places like that in Arizona.
Right. In Texas, we have a lot of cigar lounges, but there are a lot of licenses and fees and things that you have to open up a liquor bar.
Right.
So I'm looking at everything from every different angle. But I mean, you do have lounges who offer liquor. There are a couple over on the Fort Worth side, but there's not a whole lot in the northeast Texas side. So I kind of want to bring that into the Dallas suburbs area, north suburbs of Dallas area. So that's my plan.
Yeah, I know a lot of them, at least by me, it's BYOB. So
right,
I mean,
that's how they are here.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good plan, man. I mean, if it's,
but yeah, I mean, I've always been the type of person to never be the type of person to plan things. So it's very difficult for me to write stuff down and say, hey, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. I have my business plan to do this, this, and this. I've always been the type of person where you throw me in somewhere and I will exceed. But when it comes down to the financial things and paperwork, and I was like, I don't want to do that. You basically, you put me in the shop, I'll run it. I'll make you money. But when it comes to the whole back end stuff, somebody else can deal with that. So that's kind of my fault. As far as
I'm kind of the same way, man.
My, what do you call it? I know my weaknesses, and that's a weakness. So if I can find a way to bring it together, I think I'm going to have a pretty successful business here in the next 5 years.
Very cool. Yeah, it must be pretty tough if it's not being done already in Texas. It must be pretty tough on the. I imagine more on the alcohol side, getting those licenses and having it combined with a cigar lounge and stuff. That's pretty tough.
I mean, there are people who have done it, and they are successful at it. And I know it can be done. So I'm just looking at it like, if he can do it, I can do it. And I've talked to these cigar owners, cigar lounge owners, and just kind of getting tips, asking questions, not telling them that I want to open up my own cigar lounge, because then they get all defensive and like, oh, I'm not going to share anything with you because you're going to be my competition. Not even like that. I'm going to be in a completely different area than you are. I'm going to have my customer base. You're going to have your customer base. So I don't even bring that up. But just asking questions is how I learn, and then just put it down on paper of what I want my atmosphere to be.
Very cool.
And the shops that I've seen like that are bar/cigars lounges don't have what I'm looking for in a lounge bar. I'll say that, because they either have, I mean, you go into one of these shops and they have the bar feel, and I do not want that in my cigar lounge.
Yeah.
It seems to be a tough thing to get the balance to where it feels, Smoke In Florida has done a real good job with that. Fox Cigar has done a phenomenal job with that. It's, it's just a great place that feels, and they've got a very nice, in both locations, they've got a very nice bar set up and everything. But overall, it feels like a cigar lounge.
That's what I'm looking for.
And it's nice, it's comfortable. And like you said, with the people factor, I'm not a drinker, and I don't like being around drunks or
exactly.
that atmosphere. And I've never experienced that at Fox. I always feel comfortable at Fox and stuff.
Right.
So it's getting that balance down is a tough thing. But man, if you can do it, dude, good on you, man.
Yep. It's just going to take a little bit of work trying to research licenses and start small. I'm thinking about starting online first, just so that I could get the money going, because it's easier to open up an online cigar shop. Then
Right.
I'm going to work towards opening up a cigar lounge, and then I'm going to open up or work towards building the bar or adding the bar to the lounge. So little steps to get where I want to go.
Whoops. What's Leon saying here? Oklahoma City,
What's
great
going
place
on,
like that.
Leon?
The cigar box is a great place to check out.
Okay.
Very cool. Yeah, who brought it up? Yeah, Mr. J brought up, or Mr. J Jr. brought up a moment ago about with the coffee, which I'm the coffee scene, as you guys know. Come on. And that was one thing that I liked about Smoky Inn is they do some real nice coffees there. Fox has a little espresso machine. Okay, hold on. Before I got to go off for a second on this coffee. This is a great coffee, but so the way I've been doing my coffees lately is I've got a proper, really nice espresso machine imported from Italy. And so I grind about half a portafilter full of coffee, and then I put a bunch of ground cinnamon on top of that, and then I fill it up the rest of the way with coffee so that I get that infusion of the cinnamon in the coffee. I can really taste it in this, man, and it tastes amazing. But yeah, Fox has a nice little machine. Unfortunately, the people working there don't know how to use it really. So generally the coffees I get there are not that great. But
I mean, coffee and cigars go well. So you got to know, you got to have like a barista there to know what they're doing. So that'd be kind of cool to like incorporate something like that. I mean, I'm just thinking of new different ways of bringing people in. So if ultimately, once I get my cigar lounge going, I mean, we could do like a no liquor being sold at a certain amount of time until a certain period of time, and then have like a coffee, like your coffee and cigars group comes in, and then like the evening people come in and you serve the alcohol or whatever. That'd be kind of cool too.
Something's happening with your sound there, bro. I can hear you, but you got real muddy and muted there for a little bit.
Okay.
Martin. Yeah, it almost sounded like you had something up against your mic there, but I don't know.
It was probably my earpiece. I pushed it against my head.
Yeah, it sounds better now.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, I thought that'd be kind of cool. Like if you were to, like, I'm still brainstorming on how I want my cigar lounge to be, but having an open till noon, that'd be like the coffee time, coffee and cigars, and then in the evenings you would have your alcohol, liquors, and the cigars.
There you go.
That'd be kind of cool. Okay. Or on certain days you'd have like your coffee and cigars days. So, but one of the
Carlos
things
Jimenez, shouting out to you, yo, Martin.
What's going on, Carlos? What's going on, Carlos? I forgot. I lost my train of thought. Oh no, what I was going to say was, what I've noticed at the cigar lounge I work at. You go in. Oh, they unlock the doors, the back door for the members of the lounge at 8 o'clock in the morning. The cigar lounge is open till 9. So for that 1 hour, you'll have the members come in, be able to smoke a cigar with no one else in the lounge but the locker members. And these guys, it's funny because you see the older retired guys or the guys who work from home or they have their own businesses or whatever, and they'll be drinking hard liquor at 8 o'clock in the morning. And it just sounds, I'm like, how in the world are these guys drinking? And I've gone in there like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, and then they'll be like, hey, Martin, hey, would you like a glass? Oh, no, man, I got my coffee. I'm good.
Yeah.
I got to throw a shout out to
comes in a pod.
Cigar Show Tim. I'm on his mailing list for Turbojet Coffee, and he
What's going on,
sent
Tim?
out an email today or yesterday. I can't remember when I saw it. He's got a special Taiwanese coffee that supposedly
buddy.
he's the only roaster that in the U.S.
buddy.
that's bringing this coffee. $60 for 6 ounces.
Yep.
And I got it the day before. I'm on the mailing list for another place called Press Coffee. Press sent me a very similar thing, although theirs wasn't the Taiwanese coffee that he's featuring, but it was a similar thing. $47 for 6 ounces, and good luck, Tim. Man, I'd love to support you there, but I'm not spending $60 on 6 ounces of coffee.
That goes back to the whole Shadow Smokers Legion thing, because the soy sauce assassin has something to do with that Taiwanese coffee.
Okay. Very cool.
I mean, I don't know the whole details, but that was part of something that Tony had wanted to do with Turbojet Coffee. So, because Tony is Taiwanese, and that's just it's getting people to try different types of coffees, and I think that's going to be pretty badass. I've got a little sample that I've got to unbox soon, so I'll be trying some of that out too.
Well, I was going to ask you, are you much of a coffee drinker?
I like coffee in the mornings. I usually drink my coffee black. I love espressos. But yeah, I'll make my tumbler full of coffee, always black. I usually go for the Death Wish coffee. But that can get pretty expensive. So there was one coffee, believe it or not, that I have been drinking on the regular that is about $6 per bag. And it is I forgot what it's called, but it's made by Folgers. It is a special Folgers brand, but it's
the 1857 really stuff, right?
That is good coffee.
Yeah.
Even though it's Folgers, like like when you look at the bag, it looks nothing like Folgers. And I picked it up because I was like, oh, that's appealing. It looks really good. And then you look in the small print and it's Folgers. I'm like, oh, holy shit, that's Folgers? But I tried it, and that's my second go-to coffee behind Death Wish coffee.
I tried that coffee just for that reason. I saw the bag, and I was like, oh, that's a cool-looking bag and stuff. And I was looking at it, and it said Folgers on it. And I was like, okay, this has me peaked, man. This is kind of interesting. I think they've got 2 blends, if I remember correctly, or at the time they did.
They do. I like the medium roast more than the fuller roast. The dark roast, and the mountain something. I forget what it's called.
Yeah, well, it's about. I mean, they've only been in the business for like 200 years. It's about time they started producing a decent coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I like the Death Wish coffee myself.
Yeah, there's still some coffee I want to try, like the Black Rifle. I heard that's really good. But I heard that's really good from someone who adds creamer and sugar and milk and shit into their coffee. So you don't really know if it's going to be good or not because they add creamer and sugar and all that shit. See, for me, I always
Cesar drinks.
See, I like. I know a coffee is good if you can drink it black, and it's very little to no bitterness. That's how I know a coffee is good.
Right. Yeah, for years
I will drink coffee with my cigars.
Nice. For years, I was working with on a project about 20 years back, and I was paired up with this guy from Quest. We were going all over the state, and anywhere we went, that guy could drink whatever coffee they were serving, and he just drank it black. And I was like, man, it isn't fair. Everywhere we go, you've got coffee, but I don't, because I'm a bit of a snob. And I kept thinking, man, if I could just acquire a taste for black coffee, and and it just turned out that all coffee was crap, and that's why I didn't start drinking good coffee and really diving into, you know, how to make good coffees and stuff. I really started liking black coffee and stuff, but
not all
yeah,
coffee.
That guy was great. Oh, not all coffee is what?
Not all coffee is good. I mean, I've had that instant
True.
coffee shit and the coffee that they serve at hotels, and it tastes like crap. So
Yeah.
Like even the community coffee, the community brand coffee, I can't stand that. I can't drink it. It's not good to me.
Yeah. Yeah. The stuff that I remember Denny's made a big deal when they started serving. What's that coffee called? Starts with an H. Anyways, you know, this was a little while after, you know, McDonald's started chasing Starbucks and said, okay, we're going to do a cafe and everything. And McDonald's started putting some effort into their coffee and stuff. And then Denny's did this, and I went in, and I was like, man, I'd like some good coffee and a good, you know, egg breakfast, whatever. And oh my gosh, it was garbage. Just swill, man.
Yep.
So you're right. Not all coffees. Doesn't matter if it's fresh ground or whatever. Some coffee is just not good, man.
Exactly. Yeah,
Now,
and that's one of the
had
things that
Vietnamese coffee.
I have not.
There's a place right by us that's got Vietnamese coffee, and I gotta say, it's probably the best coffee I've had.
Vietnamese
Okay.
coffee is good. Have
It's
you?
really nice.
But the Vietnamese coffee, they put the condensed milk in the bottom, and then the coffee over that, right?
Yeah, you have this place. They give you the option with or without. I just get mine straight. Like I like my coffee black, like straight.
Okay, nice.
And when I say I love my coffee strong as can be, and
that explains the Death Wish. That's why you like Death Wish.
This Vietnamese coffee, I think it's stronger than Death Wish. It's really nice.
High caffeinated or fuller bodied? What is it?
Oh, it's a really fully bodied.
Okay.
It's man. I wish. I'm gonna have to see if. Actually, I think they have bags of their coffee. Not mistaken. If they do, I'll have to send some to y'all.
What's going on, Cesar?
Caesar's checking in.
Getting to
Bro, bring those puppies on the camera, man. I want to see your baby puppies. Come on. Caesar's dog just had pups. I don't know if I was supposed to say something about that, but who doesn't love puppies?
Yeah, I'm about to say we're talking about the dogs, not your chi-chis.
All right, so I do want to say one thing real quick. There is going to be a Shadow Smokers Legion meetup in Arizona. I would love to meet up with you again, Vic, if possible. It's going to be in September.
September. Okay.
Yes.
Here's the critical question. Where is it going to be held at?
It's going to be in Phoenix.
No, I mean what location?
In Phoenix. It's going to be
that's all you know.
5 miles away from Cigars Daily. It's going to be about 5 miles west of Cigars Daily at a member of the Shadow Smokers Legion, his house, his garage area. We're going to be meeting up there, but I plan on staying 4 days. So once I'll be there Saturday night for the meetup, but I'll also be there Friday, Sunday, and I'll be flying out Monday.
Okay.
So
Dude,
if you are free Friday or Sunday on Labor Day weekend, let me know and we can meet up.
We'll do it, man.
So I'll have a rental car if you want to meet up at Cigar Bar, Fox Cigar Bar, or somewhere closer. I don't know. I do want to check out Embargo. I want to check out Cigars Daily. I want to check out what is it? Embargo, Fox Cigar, and Cigars Daily. Those are the 3 shops I'm looking forward to going to. Just kind of check out their atmosphere. Yeah, if you're wanting to meet up at one of those, we can do that.
That's awesome. I have not been to Embargo yet. That would be very cool.
Embargo
Fox
is
my home, man.
very
So,
highly boutique brand store. So they carry a
Yeah.
lot of boutiques. So I'm really looking forward to go and see what they have. And I'm hoping that tobacco tax isn't that high because I plan on coming back with a lot of cigars.
yeah, is I won't go into why, but I won't go to Cigars Daily. But I'll meet you
Okay.
anywhere else.
That's fair. That's fair. And I'll say this about one other shop. I won't go to Zeal for my personal reasons, but anywhere
Okay.
else but there.
Okay. That's cool, man. Well, we got plenty of choices here. There's no question about that. So,
So
yeah,
definitely, if you want to meet us at
be
one of the
awesome.
Fox locations, we could do that. We need to do a second
That'd be cool,
video.
man. It's been a long time, dude. Man, it's been
2 years, dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been about 2 years. It's
2
crazy
years,
how long
man.
it's been.
2 years too long.
I tried meeting up with Vic whenever I went to Vegas.
Oh.
You didn't try. You sent me a
Well,
bunch
how
of pictures of you with hookers and blow. That was about it, man.
That sounds like a good time.
No, I was close. Not close.
Dude,
close.
if I had more of a heads up, Vegas is 4 hours from me, man. I could have met you up there. That would have been cool.
You're right there at the dam.
Yeah,
Funny story about Arizona. Once y'all go and just remind me.
Go ahead, man.
Oh well, about 2 weeks ago. No, about a week ago. I was in California for a business trip with my dealership. We have our BMW dealership has a race team, and we were in Sonoma, California. And after the races, we had to catch a connecting flight out of Phoenix, and so I actually got to check out the Phoenix airport. But on the way there, we flew from San Francisco airport to Arizona Phoenix airport, and our flight was delayed, so we were supposed to be catching a flight out of Phoenix within 30 minutes of the flight landing. So
Okay.
we were going to, since we were so delayed, I think our pilot really gunned it and got there probably about 10 minutes after our flight was already supposed to be leaving. So we were hearing on the intercom, because there were not only my group but other groups that were supposed to be going to St. Louis and I think Louisiana. But the lady on the intercom said, okay, so since we're so delayed, we just want to let everybody know the connecting flights for St. Louis and Louisiana have already left, but the Dallas connecting flight is still here. So if you are going to Dallas, the terminal might be closed, but we're encouraging you to get to your terminal, get there as fast as you can, and try to catch your flight. So she's telling everybody on the intercom, saying, if you are staying in Arizona or if you've already missed your connecting flight, please do us a favor, let these Dallas people get to their flight, and everyone else just kind of hold back and wait. So as soon as they open the doors, we're grabbing our luggage before the plane officially stops. We're standing in the walkway to get out of the airport, out of the plane. And as soon as they open the door, we just start gunning it. We start running down that terminal, trying to get to our flight. And it's funny because we're all running. And then we go out of the terminal and you see people just like, whoa, what's going on? What's going on? Because you see people just running out of the terminal trying to get to our Dallas terminal. And by the time we get to the terminal, it was closed, and we were all just standing there like, oh no, they closed the terminal, we can't get in, blah blah blah. Then everybody just standing around like, oh, like they were like, oh, like they felt sad for us because we had already missed it. We were running down the damn airport to try to get to our terminal. So we missed our connecting flight to Dallas, and we got to stay at Arizona for a little while in the airport. I thought about reaching out to some of my friends that were in Phoenix, but we ended up catching a flight out at midnight Arizona time. We did a red-eye flight, and we had to fly back to LA to get back to Dallas. So, but that was a night. That was a long night, man. That was a long night. Got home to Dallas at 5 a.m. our time, so it was rough, but. Yeah, I'll be going back to Arizona in September. So if you are available, Labor Day weekend, we will definitely need to meet up.
Oh, dude, we'll do it for sure, man. I will mark it in my calendar and we'll meet up. That'll be awesome.
I'll send you the dates for sure. I
had a similar story. I was on a job site. This was a few years ago. And I worked like 32, 36 hours straight trying to clear up this issue, right up to when I had to scoot out of there to catch my flight.
Wow.
Flew to the airport, man, got set up, and the flight had been delayed a little bit. And so I'm sitting there, everyone's, the terminal's packed and everyone's kind of getting ready to line up and stuff. And I was like, well, I've got a few minutes. I'm going to check my email and stuff. So I pulled out everything. I don't know what I was thinking. I pulled out everything. I'm all sprawled out and opened up my laptop, leaned back in the seat, and fell asleep.
Crashed.
Went out, man. And I'm totally out. And then in my subconscious, I hear my name, over the intercom.
Yep.
And I open my eyes. They're just closing the door. That lady's looking there, and she's looking right at me because I'm the only person left there, and I got stuff all over the place. And she's like, "Are you Virgil?" I said, "Wait!" Grab up my stuff, ran into the thing. I caught my flight, but man, it was rough, and I was so tired. And then I got on the plane, and I don't remember where I was, but it was a long flight. I think I had like a 4-hour flight and sleep it all on the plane, which I normally can't anyways. But yeah, I've been there a few times.
Yeah. Yep. Believe it or not, that was my first flight anywhere. So I went to California and then to Phoenix and then LAX and then DFW. So those were my first few flights ever. I've never actually flown in a plane, so that was an experience.
Wow, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So part of the reason why I was able to fly on a plane was because it was all company paid. I was out there for the BMW race team, and I will be going on quite a few other trips. I think we have about 8 races planned this year. So this next coming one, I'll be in Austin, Texas. We're actually going to drive there. So if anybody watching is in the Austin, Texas area or San Antonio area, because it's not very far from there, I'll probably have some free time on the first Saturday of May. So if anybody is watching out there who's in the Austin, Texas area, San Antonio area, and wants to meet up, that'll probably be the time that we can meet up. Just reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and we can make something happen.
Nice. Oh, that'll be cool. Speaking of BMW, dude, so I was watching one of your recent videos and noticed. I think you were wearing a shirt that said BMW on it.
BMW gear, yep.
Are you back at your former employer?
I am back in my former employer, Classic BMW, in Plano, Texas. So I've got my full-time job back. They went through a period of time where they let a whole bunch of people leave or let people go. I was one of those people, but I kept in constant contact with my direct manager and let him know, hey, if there's ever a position available, let me know and I will be there. So I was working at AutoZone for a couple months before I got the call, and the moment he called, that same day, I went and reapplied because it had been like almost 10 months since I had been working there. So I had to start the entire process over. But went, fill out a new application, which sucks because I lost all of my vacation time that I had accrued over those 5 years that I was working there.
Man!
So starting at ground zero. But I'm glad to be back, and I feel like this is my year because I've gone through so much shit last year that, I mean, it could only be better. So this year,
sure,
I'm part of the BMW race team now. I get to
That's
travel.
Cool.
I'm making more money. I'm going to be saving that money to be able to get to my end goal, which is my cigar lounge, and have that going. So, I mean, I really think this is a year for me to grow as a person, grow as far as saving money, try to plan to get a house this year. We're planning on building. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on this year, and I feel like this is the year to get it done.
Absolutely.
This is your year, dude.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you, Fred. Yep. So they say that I don't know if you guys follow astrology, but they say that the year of the ox is the year where the tiger, which is what I am, the year of the tiger will prosper, and the year of the ox. So far this year has been freaking awesome. It had a rough start, but I feel like this is my year. Everything is going so well. I'm planning things. I'm getting stuff done. I'm making more money. I'm part of the BMW race team, which is something that I've always loved, road car racing. So just being there is just, it's awesome to me. Like everything is just up and up and up.
That's awesome.
Well,
Yeah,
something my dad always taught me. I mean, he beat it into me as when I was growing up, and I did the same with my kid. Is to set a good goal setting strategy is to set yourself some good short-term goals,
Mm-hmm.
and then augment those with long-term goals, and the short-term goals help you reach small successes that help keep your momentum up so that you can make the long-term goal, and
Exactly.
You're well on your way, dude. You're well on your way, man. You just keep that momentum going and keep positive, bro. Because I mean, the fact that your company brought you back says a lot. Says a lot about you and the relationship and stuff. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I mean, my bosses always know my work ethic. I was always the first one there. I mean, I go into my dealership now, and I'm the person who goes into the dealership sales floor, and I go and turn all the damn lights on. That's how early on I am there. So just being able to appreciate what I do now more, because I was off for so long, it just kind of set like a whole new appreciation for what I have.
Yeah, Stephen Walters always says this. He says you got to participate in your own survival. If this stupid thing would pop up here, yeah, it's like you said, you got to hustle, man. You just got to keep on.
Yeah.
That's kind of what, man. I've been super blessed with my job. and I get
That's
to work
good.
from home and stuff.
That's good.
The COVID thing didn't really affect me, other than in the last year and a half now, I've only done 3 trips. That is absurd, because I normally travel 60% of the year. And but it's been nice because the customers were sort of forced into a position where we had to do remote work for them. They got to experience that, hey, Cisco knows what they're doing. They know how to do this stuff remotely. And it's just been really cool. We had Carson popped up here a minute ago. He's in Alabama. I'm supposed to go back to Alabama at some point. I don't know when, but I'm going to meet up with Carson if I get back out there
That's
pretty
awesome.
soon. From
Carson's a good dude.
Cigar
too.
Junkie TV.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I mean, I'm so grateful for what I have now. I mean, also I'm working so much. Like I have my full-time job. I'm working 50 plus hours a week. I have my YouTube channel, and I also have a cigar lounge job on the weekends. So I'm working a lot, but I look at it as just getting ahead while I can to be able to get my goals done, achieve my goals.
Investing in your future, man.
Exactly.
Rob, how did your job fare throughout the COVID stuff? You were in pretty good shape, weren't you?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't slow down any. I mean, because I deliver parts all, so they consider us essential for car parts and everything like that. So for the most part, we really didn't slow down much. I mean, of course, there was there's always ups and downs, but for the most part, we're pretty solid.
That's good. At least you had something. You were needed, basically.
Tim, yours was a blessing in disguise. I have. Tim was able to get his coffee brand launched, and hopefully that'll take off for him. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's when it comes to when you have a bad. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. When you have something negative happen in your life, it kind of pushes you in a way to try to succeed. Like with Tim, even though he was having a bad situation with his job, he released a coffee brand. And that I've heard so many stories of people being laid off from their job and they start their own business, or getting fired from their job and starting their own business. And that was like, what's the word? Like you have nothing left to lose, that you get started on something else 100% as if, well, I mean, not as if, but like you have nothing else to lose. So you make it work. And I feel like a lot of people have done that. I've talked to some cigar owners that they were at a bad time and they lost everything, but they started their new venture, and it succeeded because they had no choice. I mean, they needed to make it succeed. Like they needed to, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but like you lost everything, so you need this to work, and you put your work ethic in front of everything else to make sure that this that you are doing now in a bad time works. And I think that's what Tim is doing.
Yeah.
Tim is making this work for him, and he's doing fucking awesome.
Yeah, I really hope his brand carries.
Too, so.
So he didn't really mean that, Tim, is what he's saying.
No, I mean,
No,
my thoughts were all jumbled up,
I
but I think Tim is doing a great job.
I I wish Tim
We lost
to the
you a
top.
little bit.
Yeah, it's showing me that I've got a weak, unstable connection, but I've got an AP right here in the house, so I don't, or in the barn, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I just thought of something. So when I'm in Arizona, I want to go to the smoke shed. I want to go to the lounge, and I want to record a video there. So we got to make that happen.
Oh, yes.
At Cesar Smoke Shed, you talking about?
No, at the High Desert Man smoke shed.
What? Oh, the lab. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we got to go to your lab.
Yeah,
We got to make that happen.
I'm starting to put some thoughts into. I've got to reorganize and sort of redo this place. It's not very functional right now.
I've seen the behind the scenes. I know what it looks like.
Yeah, it's kind of a mess, and it's driving me crazy. But I just haven't had time. I got to clear off the stainless steel work table because this weekend I'm butchering one of my goats, so I got to get that out there and get ready to fillet me a goat.
Oh wow!
And Stephen Walter's been he keeps telling me, make sure you make video of that. So
I was about to say,
oh
we
God,
gotta see those videos.
let's not do that on a cigar channel. You're gonna lose your any form of monetization that you've had.
Oh, dude, I don't have any monetization on the YouTube channel. But yeah,
we gotta get
my video, everything.
I know you've got a lot of things going on, and I know you said you don't want your channel you were trying to put your channel on the back end or close your channel or something, but we got to get you going again, man. I miss watching your videos.
Dude, life, man, life happens, and there came a point after I shut down High Desert Man, where I for a little while I kept the pace up and stuff, but
yep, I noticed.
But it's I'll have more to say on it in a little while. But okay. What's James saying here? People talk and won't roll up their sleeves and control their fate.
There you go, James.
It's not easy, man.
Yes,
it literally put the effort.
It all comes down to just putting in the work. Whatever your thing is, whatever you're into, just try to do the best that you can at whatever that is. I worked with a guy a number of years ago.
You can, as if you don't have anything else left.
Yeah. And like you were saying, you don't really have job security. You don't know what might happen in life to affect. At Cisco, we laid off. Cisco forced a bunch of people to take early retirement, and they did a big cutback. And there was a hot minute there that I was kind of worried. I just had my 5-year anniversary, and I plan on retiring at Cisco. So I got a little bit worried, but they really tried to focus on people that were getting close to retirement and stuff, and they made it worth their while to take early retirement and everything. But on my side, like I was telling you, that my company really pushes personal growth, and they're always pushing people to. The way my boss puts it is, every once in a while you got to pop your head up and let people know that you're there and you're doing something. And so that's what I've been focused on. And actually, just before we got on the show tonight, my boss called me up to give me some really good news about some things, my yearly review and stuff, and it was fantastic. But he specifically mentioned that, you know, we early last year they put out this initiative for people to really start getting into automation and stuff like that. And he says to you a couple times, you ran with it. I created a script that got published. Cisco has this big internal in engineering store where you can get different apps to do different functions and stuff. I got something that I created published in there just a few weeks ago, and and my boss was giving me praises about all that and stuff. And it's just that, you know, popping your head up, letting people. I used to put it like this: every once in a while, I want to spread my stink on something. So that people know Vic has been here.
That's good. You got to let people know that you're there. Yeah, I mean, I think that's
smoking preacher.
Going back to the whole work ethic thing. I've always, I mean, I don't remember who told me this, but I've always been the type of person to, how did they put it? They said, you do more than what you get paid for. And that stuck with me throughout my entire work career, from my 20s into now my 30s, to where
you do more than what?
You do more than you get paid for. And the reason that they said that was because if you get paid for what you do, you're getting paid for your worth. And if people see that you are doing more than what you are required of, it will put you further along in life, in your career, than the people that have been there for years. I mean, I've met people who have been comfortable with where they're at. They don't want to do more than what's required of them, and I've never had that type of work ethic. If I see somebody struggling in a department that I'm not in, I will put some effort in to sort of learn what they are doing, to see what I can do to help them. Like in my dealership, I've been there for going on 6 years without the COVID thing. 6 years.
Right.
And I've met people who are in my department that say, oh, well, you're not supposed to do that because that's not your department. Well, I don't care. If I have a customer in front of me who is needing something from a different department and I don't know how something works, I will take my customer out of my department, take them to a department and speak to other people and say, hey, look, this is what's going on. What can you and I do to make sure that the customer's taken care of, to, in a way, make the experience better for the customer, for the client. But at the same time, I'm learning the ins and outs of other departments, so that it just kind of, it helps me grow as a person. It helps me. That's just how my work ethic has always been. I try to do more than what's required of me, to learn more, and just find different ways to better myself. So I think if anybody out there is watching, just rip this page out of my book and just do more than what's required of you, because it will help you out in the long run with your goals, with your paycheck, with everything, because people notice. I've talked to other managers outside of my department, and they've come back to my direct managers and say, hey, Martin did this, and it blew me out of the water that someone was actually trying to help someone outside of what they're normally required of. And a lot of times it gets me in trouble because I find myself in a deeper situation that I don't know how to dig myself out of. But it's all a learning process. It's all doing. It's all trying to grow as a person and trying to just better yourself. I mean, and like I look at it as I might not know how to do everything, but if I know how to do a little bit of everything, it's making me a better person in the long run.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look at what I mean. A perfect example in our little sphere of stuff here is Kevin. Kevin, man alive, that guy has grounded out, and
He dabbles into a little bit of everything.
yeah, and he tries things. If they don't work, he gets off of them. He goes on to something else. He's trying to keep things fresh and all that. And Kevin has really, not everyone. Kevin was able to take the typical cigar channel thing and turn it into something. And what was cool about watching Kevin grow is he might have had an idea of where he wants to go, what he wanted to do and stuff, but as certain things didn't work out, he was organic with the situation, and he sort of adapted to, okay, hey, maybe this will work for me and stuff. And he formed the partnership with Drew Estate and everything. And it's just been really cool to see what Kevin has done over the years.
I've taken a little bit of pieces and stuff from what Kevin has been doing and trying to implement that in my YouTube channel. Because ultimately, Kevin is a businessman, and I've learned that he ultimately wants to learn the ins and outs of everything, and he likes to dabble in a lot of little things. So, like when he deals with sponsors and trying to get his channel bigger than what it is, I look at that stuff, and he might not notice that, but I've taken little bits and pieces as far as how he deals with his sponsors and clients that I just want to kind of thank him in a way, because it just kind of broadens my perspective on how everything works in and out of the cigar industry.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, one video in particular was the video that he made of where he talks about how he makes money on his channel. And I took little bits and pieces, and I started implementing some of that stuff. And I've noticed that it's already helped me in some of my goals on YouTube and outside of YouTube. So,
very cool.
Just learn little bits of everything that you can from anybody you talk to, and it will help you in the long run.
Oh,
yeah. And I've always felt like people in your life are brought there for a specific reason. So learn what you can from people who are around you, and just not necessarily use them, but use their knowledge. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And at the same time, learn when to just cut a relationship. That not every relationship is going to work out the way that you might initially think and stuff. And it doesn't mean you have to get in a fight with the person or anything. But sometimes there's just not anything fruitful there, and you got to move on.
Right. What were you going to say to Robert?
I was going to ask him what's what's going on with the Smoke and Lead channel? You guys got any news you can share with us about recent things or up and coming things with the Smoke and Lead channel?
Nothing recent. Only thing is with Black Lion Luxury.
That's what I'm here talking about, man. Tell us about that.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
buddy.
Black Lion Luxury.
Congrats. You've got a sponsor,
Thank you.
buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have asked for anything better. I know, I'm
Awesome.
speaking for Cesar because he's not here, but I am extremely grateful. I mean, just the opportunity is just a blessing. It truly is. So
That's very cool.
Yeah.
It's very, very
That
cool.
is awesome.
I mean,
And
we've
go ahead.
been working with him to do certain things. Can't say it, and yeah, it's coming along great. I love it,
That's
man.
good.
And
Well, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I dig what James is doing with that club. And speaking of clubs, dude, how are you liking what's it called? My cigar package or my monthly cigars or whatever, Martin, that you are.
So 2020, I gained a lot of sponsors, and I cut ties with some sponsors, and my cigar pack is now the exclusive monthly cigar pack for the Martin Amaya Cigar Reviews channel, and
Nice.
for good reasons. They work with me. They know my goals. They know what I am striving for. And at this moment in time, my cigar pack is we're doing big things, and there's even bigger things to come. And they are they're one cigar of the month club that I've worked with that I feel that no matter what monthly pack it is, you will 100% be satisfied with what you get. And I can say that because every other Cigar of the Month club that I've been a part of or has been sponsored by or have gotten free packages from them, I have never, ever been dissatisfied with the packages that I've gotten from my cigar pack. And that's one of the reasons why they are now the exclusive Cigar of the Month club for the Martin Amaya Cigar Reviews channel. It is a paid sponsor. I get paid for making their videos, and I also have an affiliate link. So anytime that my viewers subscribe to the subscription, I make a little bit off of that. And I disclose that because I want to make sure that everybody knows, hey, I'm getting a little bit off of your subscription, but I 100% back my cigar pack because they are, to me, the number one Cigar of the Month club for me. Now, there have been other Cigar of the Month clubs that I have looked at on a personal side, like not business-wise, but just to subscribe to. And there's one in particular that I'm looking at just to kind of see what they offer. I like what they have been bringing to the table. And who knows, maybe in the future they'll be the exclusive Cigar of the Month club for my channel. But right now, I think that the best channel or the best Cigar of the Month club is my cigar pack. So big things going on with them. And if anybody out there is watching, just check them out. Use my link. Don't use my link. I don't care. I think you'll be satisfied with what you get. And I know that Robert feels the same way with
what kind of
Black Lion Luxuries.
oh yeah, absolutely.
What were you going to say?
So what is it about my cigar pack that makes them stand out for you?
For me,
we're go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say we're in a time when there's so many clubs have popped up, and
There is.
it's really gotten saturated, and there's no problem with that. But it seemed like a lot of the companies really just kind of jumped on the bandwagon. They didn't really do something that makes them stand out and makes them different or whatever. Black Lion has been able to pull that off. Pravada has pulled that off. There's a couple others out there.
Companies, yeah. What
is it about my cigar pack?
Every month I get stuff that is, for me, you're getting way more in product than you are actually paying for the product. I guess the value is there. You get more in value than you would, than you pay for, basically. I feel like every cigar that I've smoked from that pack has been awesome. I've some cigar brands that I've never even heard of, I've gotten in that pack, and it's all top-notch quality, and we're not getting stuff like the high dollar $30 Davidoffs and stuff like that. But these cigars that we're getting are just 100% stuff that everyone will enjoy, from the beginner to the aficionado. It's all good quality stuff, and not to say that any other cigar company is out there doing that. Cigar of the Month Club is doing that, but for me, I feel like they are pushing the limits because they deal with the cigar manufacturers directly. He has contacts with a lot of the Dominican cigar manufacturers, and for me, my palate is leaning more towards the Dominican cigars, so I feel like that stuff is just really hitting my palate.
Cool.
But I will bring this up with Black Lion Luxuries. They have some top-notch cigars too. I've been watching the unboxings. I think the cigars that you get, the value that you get, it surpasses what you're paying for those cigars. So I think they're doing really good. So Robert, I'm 100% glad that you guys are partnered with them. I mean, I love seeing the unboxings. Those are awesome, dude. And I love the people who stand behind that, or who are behind that. James and Ron, and now Robert and Cesar. I love what you guys are doing over there. So just keep doing what you're doing. And I can say that not every Cigar of the Month Club is for everyone.
Sure.
There are some clubs that, for me, I don't like the rare limited stuff that you can't ever get again. I like stuff that you can pick up at your local brick and mortar. Stuff that you can try once and then purchase more of at your brick and mortar, because I mean, I purchase a lot of stuff at brick and mortars. So if it's stuff that I can try once and I love it, you can go back into a normal store and pick that same cigar up again. And I think that my cigar pack is doing that, and Black Lion Luxuries.
Yeah,
nice.
Exactly. That was my biggest thing, is I don't want to smoke this phenomenal cigar and be like, well, shit, I can't ever get it again. So, and with Black Lion Luxury, I mean, yeah, there's occasionally some cigars that, for example, like the Ron Real cigar.
Yeah.
You can't.
But see,
really
that's unique to them.
That's an exclusive.
Awesome. That's awesome. You get a little bit of the stuff that you can get at your brick and mortar.
Exactly.
But you get that little exclusive stuff that keeps you coming back for more.
Exactly.
That cigar was fantastic, man.
It was.
Really
Luckily,
good
we
cigar.
found out which
and man,
side to light and which side to cut.
What was that? I missed that.
Oh,
luckily we
that
figured
was
out which side to cut and light.
Yeah, did you see that video from Lee Mack?
Lee
Mack,
when that's what you're referring to.
Yeah, he wasn't sure which side to cut and light and stuff. I thought it was a joke. I thought he was just goofing.
I did too, and he
but,
was like, "Wait a second,
that was
Lee Mack's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah.
I wonder what this year's going to look like for us.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I wonder what this year is going to look like for the different cigar events, the shows, and the Drew Estate's barn smoker stuff and all that. All that stuff seems to be up in the air still.
Yeah, and I'm glad that Texas was one of the first states to implement because Texas has always been the type of state to want to see the businesses prosper, and our governor knows that we need to somehow bring our economy back to what it was. So I'm really hoping that a lot of the states around us can see that and see that we're taking the precautions still. I mean, we're still doing the 6 feet. We're still wiping all the counters and shit down at our businesses. We're still requiring, well, most businesses are still requiring their employees to work with masks on. But I really like the fact that we're opening up. We're opening the doors to businesses prospering and just getting back to a form of normalcy. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, I hope that other states can see that, and we can get back to somewhat what we were a year ago.
Back to our lives.
Is the vaccine sort of taking off and getting spread in Texas?
Oh yeah, everywhere.
We our governor mentions it all the time. He says, "Hey, there are so many places that you can now get the vaccine. It is 100% optional. You don't have to get it." I mean, he's always been the type of governor to say, "Hey, we encourage it, but it's not required." And you have a lot of our state is very red, but the past couple elections, we're very close to being a switch state, and he understands that, but he's kind of letting everybody know at the same time, hey, we're here for you. You have your voice. You do as you please. You get the vaccine if you want. You don't have to. You wear a mask if you want. You protect yourself. You protect your family. And that's kind of how I've always thought of it to be. As long as you are taking you're taking the precautions to make sure that you and your family is safe. We want to try to open up businesses and make sure that we help our economy grow while still what's the word? Like, we want the economy to grow at a safe pace where we don't see an exponential growth in COVID cases, because for a long time, El Paso was blowing up with COVID cases, and we don't want to get back to that. So as long as people are still taking the precautions, I mean, you still see a lot of people wearing masks, even though it's not a mandate anymore. People are being precautious. They're doing what they need to do to make sure that they're staying safe. I mean, even when I'm out shopping, I won't get 10 feet from someone. I will stop dead in my tracks. If I see someone stop in front of me, I'll let them do what they need to do, or I'll go in a different aisle and just make sure that I'm doing what I need to do to make sure that my family is safe. So I like that we're getting to a bit of a normalcy in this hectic time.
Yes, sir.
I'm wondering how much normal we will get back to, and how much things will change for us and stuff. It's still, I think it's still too early to really. Probably by the end of this year, we'll have more of an idea. Hey, back there.
I know, right? Well, I don't know, Vic. I'm kind of worried about your state, man. I mean, your state turned blue this year or last year. That was a shocker, man. That was a shocker.
Yeah, it was. the
I mean, that's the
whole
Wild
thing through
West.
2020. We are the Wild West, and we'll see what happens. I mean, if I think what happened. Well, I don't want to get political.
I know what happened. I know what happened.
What do you think happened?
Well, I know that like Arizona and Texas are very similar. You have a lot of people flying in and moving to your states that bring their values to your state, and it's changing the way the system in that state is working. So that's kind of what happened for you guys this last election. And Texas is very close to being a flip state. So, I mean, I understand people are flooding from California, from New York to each of our states. And I just feel like if you're moving away from that, why bring it with you, you know?
Oh, my
You get what
gosh,
I'm
dude,
trying to
that
say?
is so. Oh, I hear you 100%. So I went to high school and lived a good portion of my life in Bozeman, Montana. And Bozeman, I had all these stories that I would tell my wife about Bozeman and stuff. And when a few years back, we moved up to Washington for 1 year. And while we were in Washington, I took her to Bozeman, and we spent a weekend there. And Bozeman had been totally infested with people from California. Now, what was so bizarre to me, and it speaks exactly to what you're saying, is the people in California, they were getting tired of too many people or whatever. So they say, oh, let's go to Bozeman. They go to Bozeman, and the first thing that they want to do, they say, oh, well, there's not a Best Buy here. I used to be able to go to Best Buy or whatever. And immediately they started changing Bozeman. And when I took my wife there, I was blown away at how different it was and how the culture had changed. And it was a shock for me. And I feel the same way. It's like, okay, look, if you're leaving an area because of certain things, then be honest with yourself about what you're going into. Where I live, we get a lot of people that come here, move here, and think, oh, it's great. They've got their own water. It's totally isolated and stuff. And then they start saying, well, I don't like how far I have to drive to go get groceries or this or that, And it's like, hey, it was this way when you moved here. You should have done the homework and known what you were going to. Don't try to totally change the area to what you left,
Right. Yep. Yeah, here in Texas, we have a saying, don't California my Texas. So, if you look at the major counties or the major cities, really, in Texas, a lot of those cities you have people from out of state who are moving into, and it's just completely changing the way our values are. Like, people are trying to bring their values from another state into our state, and it's changing the way everything is working around here. And I think it's for the worst. But I mean, I won't go into full detail, but there's been a lot of shit going on in Dallas, in downtown Dallas, that we didn't see 5 years ago. I mean, we had businesses being broken into, rallies all over the place, and it's just people flooding, bringing their values. Wow, that was loud. Just people need to come and people need to come with an open mind, and I feel like they're still coming in closed-minded.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I got to be honest. I don't think Trump helped the situation much. you know, especially in the last year, Trump really started off good, and the last year, unfortunately, the last year really kind of set his legacy, and he could have, I think he could have done a lot of things a lot different, and had you know, still people disagreeing with him or whatever, but the thing that I noticed through 2020 was just how much division there was in our country. You know, it was insane, man. And both sides. I mean, it wasn't one side versus the other or anything. It was both sides just acting like idiots and stuff. And I just wanted to get through the election season and get it behind us, man, because I want to see our country starting to come together again, and you know, being a unified country.
And I won't go into full detail. I mean, when it comes to politics, I'll see everybody's point of view, but when it comes down to the polls, I'll make my own decision. So
sure,
just do what you feel in your heart is the right thing. And if you don't like the way that something's going on around you, then voice your opinion. It's your God-given right to do so. And I feel a lot of people are just talking about change and what they want, but they don't take the action to do it. So just do what you got to do, and we'll see what happens.
Well, hopefully we can get this cigar culture and the cigar industry. Although, you know, one thing that came out of this that was really cool was all the online collaboration that started happening with everything. But you really saw in the cigar industry, everyone started becoming more available to do Zoom meetings and this sort of thing. And I love that. That's just awesome, man.
There's been so many new people that I've met, that I've built so many new relationships with, that it just kind of broadens your whole perspective on the people that you talk to in groups. I mean, it's just, I think these Zoom meetings have just helped the cigar industry and on a broader perspective, like a bigger picture.
Yeah, everyone started just getting more active on social media. Crown Heads, Saka, Drew Estate, all of them just started becoming, and everyone was saying yes. You know, it's a small little show like this, and you know, the last show we had Steve Saka on, that was awesome, man.
Oh yeah.
Didn't get to see that one or be a part of it.
Yeah, that was a bummer, dude. That was a bummer, man.
Yeah.
Everything happens for a reason, Robert. You're here now.
I am.
I hear a little kid in the background.
Oh yeah, my little boy was coming out.
So, dude, how old is your oldest boy?
How old? Well, as you guys know, I have like 60 million kids. I've got 6 boys, all boys. Our oldest is about to be 18. I've got kids between 6 years old and 18 years old.
Wow.
Jeez, that is crazy, man. I saw a family picture of you guys on your Facebook page, and I was just, I knew you had a big family, but I didn't realize the age range and stuff. That's crazy, man.
Yep.
Mommy used to talk to you.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Rob, how's that cigar, man? That A?
Oh, I finished it a long time ago. It was good.
Was it a good one?
It's
Yeah.
actually good, man. I've never really been a fan of McAuliffe, but that one's actually pretty nice. So
I'll be
That's
right
a
back.
fairly okay. It's a fairly inexpensive stick, isn't it? I think it's like
yeah,
$7 or
it's-
$8 or something like that.
I think at our shop they had it for like $4.
$4.
$4, yeah.
Wow.
So
He picked me up a couple. He forgot to mute his mic. How's everyone doing in the chat, man? You guys oh wow. Fred, you've got a degree in science, man. That's cool. Adam, have a great night, man. Thanks for stopping in, bro.
thank you, man.
Yeah, that soccer show was phenomenal. And you guys don't know this, but after we cut the show off, Steve Saka stayed on with us for another hour.
I heard.
Yes, Cesar turned into a popsicle, man. He was freezing his butt off out there. Boy, Saka can talk, man. That guy can. He's just got so much information, and so he's charismatic. He's got a good flow,
Great guy.
conversation and stuff. That was a long show. 3.5. I think.
Yeah.
Almost a little over 3 hours, something like that.
Yeah.
Man, that was a long show. We're going to wrap this one up in a few minutes. We got to get Martine back here.
Welcome back.
Was she beating you up, telling you got to get off this stupid cigar herf?
Mm-hmm.
You back with us, man? Technical difficulties. Say anything you want bad about Martine right now while he's trying to figure out his mute button.
Yeah, now's your chance.
Fred smoking the man. My chat thing is really slow tonight. Nika Libra Aganorsa leaf. That'd be cool.
Oh, nice.
You guys had the new Aganorsa rare leaf yet?
I have not.
I'm itching to try that stick, man. I like you. That Supreme leaf, man, just a fantastic cigar. Although I still haven't tried the Toro. I've only had the Robusto. But Ron Real says the Toro's really good as well.
What is it? What's the one we had? Was it Robusto? I don't even remember. There's one we did a review on, but I want to say it was Robusto, but I could be wrong.
I think you guys had the Robusto as well.
Yeah, that was.
We can hear you, bro. We can hear you.
Can't see. I can't hear him.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, if you guys
I got him on my end.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
You can't hear us though. Oh, Fred just reviewed it a week ago. Cool. I'll check out your video, Fred.
Oh, nice.
I'm interested in that stick, man. Steven has not had the rare leaf yet.
Yeah, that's Supreme leaf, man. It's definitely. I seen it all the time, everywhere. Mostly, I've seen it from Adam Stevens, constantly.
Oh, he smokes that one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're still getting. I'm still echoing through Martine's end, so I'm not he should be able to hear us.
What you get for trying to use a Bluetooth?
Come on, Martin, you got to be here for an announcement we've got, man.
Okay.
Can you hear
Are you
it?
back?
I can hear you, but I had to take my headset off so I can barely hear you. What's up?
Okay.
Yeah, I have you smoked the Aganorsa rare leaf yet?
No, I just smoked their Supreme Leaf.
Oh, was that the first time you've had it? Okay.
Yeah, it was a little difficult for me to find it. No one,
What did you
no
think
one
of
at my
it?
local lounges had it, so I've got a review on that coming up soon.
Yeah, we got it from Black Lion Luxury.
Nice. Yeah, I got to find that rare leaf. I'm Aganorsa just, man, that company just pumps out some great stuff, and so I'm excited about that rare leaf. So, Martin, what was your impression of the Supreme Leaf?
No comment. You gotta watch the video.
Is the video out already?
No, it is being edited right now. I think I've got like 2 videos I got to edit, so that's one of them.
Are you
Nice.
still doing? Are you still doing all your shooting and editing on your phone?
Yes, I am, and I'm gonna be really busy these next couple of weeks because I've got a ton of sponsored stuff to review, unbox, whatever you want to call it. I got to try to get some of this stuff out, and I'm trying to find time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But since I literally don't have a day off, I've got to find a way to do it. So it's probably going to be like late unboxing videos with like super bright lights, because I've got soft boxes inside my house that I can use for lighting. So I've just got to find a way to make sure everything's lit up properly to be able to do these unboxing videos.
Okay, cool. Shout out to
I've
Gerald. He's been out here for a little bit. Nice to see you, Gerald.
What's going on, Gerald?
Man, well, good on you, dude.
I've got like 3 sponsored videos I got to do like in the next 2 weeks, and my deadline is running out.
What software do you use on your phone to edit your videos?
I am using KineMaster.
Oh, okay. A paid version?
It's the paid version, yeah. The paid version gets rid of any ads and gets rid of any what do they call it? Their logo. If you don't
watermark,
pay for if you don't pay for it, you have the watermark on the video. So of course I'm going to be paying for it. What was I going to say? Yeah, for the most part, I edit everything on my phone. I recorded everything on my phone, and I wanted to go into that because I've had a couple people ask me recently what camera I use, what editing software I use, and I just want to let everybody know that it doesn't matter what you have, what kind of camera you have, what software you have, as long as you are making videos, recording on your phone, use what you have.
Mm-hmm.
And get that content out there. You don't know if it's going to be good or bad, but as long as you are putting it out there, you will get better with time. And I just want to let everybody know, just start uploading. It doesn't have to be super high production. That's how Cigar Head Fred was when he first started out his videos. It was just super basic, and he's gotten better. He's gotten his editing software going. He does these really cool little videos, editing effects. I think that's badass. It all comes in time. So just if you are thinking about creating a YouTube channel, just do it. You don't have to worry about these fancy cameras and doing all whatever. But Just use your phone. Just record videos. Press pause. Record when you're getting ready to say something, and just pause it again. As long as you're getting your point across, people are going to be watching. If people find something that is worthwhile, they'll keep watching.
That's what we use. We use a phone too.
Exactly.
It's tough,
and
man.
see, all these phones are like mini computers, dude. I mean, I use a freaking Samsung phone, and the video quality is just top notch. So, I mean, I upgrade my phone every 2 years, so I do it for the camera because they've got 4K camera, and I think there's a new camera coming out or something. So I'm due for an upgrade, and I'm just gonna keep doing this on my phone because for me, it's the easiest way to do it. And the editing software that you use, you master it, and you use your creativity to put little effects in, and that's all you need. I mean, the cigar reviews, they don't require a whole lot of editing. I mean, it's just like adding little intros and features and transitions. That's all of what it's about.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, you do a good job on your stuff. Your cuts are good. I don't know why, but it always seems like you wait about you say what cigar you're doing, you hold it up in front of the camera, and you hold it there for about 20 minutes, and then you cut to do your intro. And I'm always like, how long do we have to look at your pretty face, dude?
I mean,
no, but you do a fantastic job, man. And I tell you, good on you for doing it on your phone, because it is difficult editing on a phone. There's some really good applications out there now for doing it, but trying to get the cuts and stuff, because you got to hold and wait for that expansion so that you can drag just to the spot that you want and everything. Sometimes that's a little difficult, but like you said, exactly.
It's learning to master the editing software to where you can personalize it in a way. I mean, there's so many cigar reviewers, you wouldn't know that they're recording on their phones unless they tell you.
Right.
And everybody who asks me, I say, you know what? I'm just using my Samsung Galaxy 10, the 10 Plus, and I use it because it's got such a pretty awesome camera. And I tried editing on a external Nikon camera, uploading it to a computer software, and learning that. For me, I mean, you can make some pretty good stuff by doing it the external way and importing to your laptop or whatever. But for me, I've learned how to master the software I use to where I don't need to do that. Ultimately, I want to learn how to do it because it'll better my production quality in the future. But right now, I mean, as long as you master what you have and you're good at it, you're like 100%, you know how everything works, you can make top quality videos.
Yep. Yeah. Well, your videos are an example of that. It's your stuff. You're consistent in what you put out, how you put it out, your cuts and all that stuff, and like you said, there's a lot of ways to do it. Just pick one and get good at that way, and later on, if you feel like moving to something else, then move to something else.
Right. Exactly. I've noticed a lot of cigar reviewers are going to these lives and premieres. It works for them. I mean, keep doing what you're doing. If it works for you, just keep at it, man. Just master what you're doing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it seems like the live thing has definitely trended up. A lot of guys doing either like the premieres, like you're saying, or or just jumping on and doing a live stream.
Yep.
And it's kind of cool because it takes some of the work out, you know, of the editing and everything. You can sort of get more personal with your people and stuff.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. It's
But I will say, don't let that be a crutch. I've noticed a lot of people start these lives and then they lose track of what their channel used to be. And I feel like in a way that hinders some channels. So don't forget about the quality of your videos. I understand you want to feel that connection with your viewers, but don't lose sight of what your channel was and how to grow it. Because I feel like people look for the easy way out. And for me, I don't do lives because I don't want to lose that quality. And I've noticed that my production, I guess my goals for production, like I see the growth. And I feel like for me, if I were to do lives and do like this sort of thing, I feel like it would be like a plateau. So I'm always looking for ways to better my production quality to where I can see that growth. And I feel like for me, I mean, I'm not saying that this is bad for your channel or other channels that I've seen, but I feel like just sticking with your roots will help you grow in the long run.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we're gonna wrap this up, and with the wrap up, I do have an announcement to make, and the announcement is this is the last Triple Cap show.
What?
Yeah.
Not only the last Triple Cap show, but it's my channel is still going to be there, but I won't be doing anything on my channel for a while. I've been sitting on this for a long time and thinking about it and stuff, and I wanted to try to figure out how to balance stuff, but I finally just got to a point where I said, you know what, I just got to give this up for a little while and do other things that I'm doing. I'm working on some stuff that's not cigar related, that's taking up quite a bit of my time and stuff. So yeah,
Wow.
it's kind of a but
Wow.
I'm gonna keep
I
the
feel
channel
honored.
just there.
I feel honored
Yeah, we
to
saved
be
the
on
best for last,
show.
man.
Wow.
No, we were gonna cut it. I was gonna cut it after the Saka thing, and Cesar and I talked, and you know, I had commented on a video that we'd have you on and stuff, and Cesar was like, dude, we gotta get Martin on, and I said, yeah, we got to get Martin on, and so
One last show.
but it's you know, I can't say what will be down the road. I'm not even going to speculate or anything, but you know, it's, for me, it's come to a time where I got to give this up for a little while, and it's going to be hard too, because man, it's the Triple Cap show has been a blast. We've had great participation in the comments, and it's I think Cesar and Rob and I have had a good chemistry and stuff. But
wow,
yeah. Sorry, guys.
Surprise.
It sucks, but I mean, I understand.
Yeah,
Well, okay, so then when I come to Arizona, we're definitely making a video.
Yeah, we'll make a video for your channel, and I'll bring my stuff along. Maybe I'll throw a video up on my channel as well. But And
we've got
you know,
we've got to do a cigar review with my thoughts and your thoughts.
a cigar review with what?
With me and your different perspective on the cigar. We've got to do that kind of thing. So I'll think of some things and we
Okay.
can do that for my channel and maybe some for your channel.
That'd be cool. Well, dude, we're definitely getting together in September when you're here. I'm that'll be awesome. It'll be great to see you again in person.
Yeah, definitely. It's been 2 years, man. It's two years too long.
It has been a long time. And you know, I in a lot of ways I get to thinking about my channel, and I still don't know how long my channel's been going. I think 3 years. I started, I think, maybe just a little bit before you did.
Yep, it's been about 2.5 years for me.
Okay. I can't believe I've been doing this for 3 years. And I mean, people probably could have seen this coming because I've pulled back so much and stuff. I have a few videos that I still haven't edited sitting on my computer. I don't know if I'll finish them and put them up or what, but I just, you know, for me, this type of thing, it's got to be something that I'm really enjoying, and something that I don't have to be the best, but I want to put whatever I put out, I want it to be good content. And I started getting to a place where I felt like I was trying to rush and just trying to, you know, whatever. And I was like, you know, when this starts feeling like work to me, it's time to give it a break for a little while.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I understand what you mean. I mean, there's a lot of times where this does feel like work for me. I mean, it's a part-time job. I mean, I'm not going to lie. I make money from YouTube from my Patreon members, and that pushes me to keep doing this stuff. No matter, regardless of the time that I have to sleep or work or whatever, I make it a priority to upload on a specific time, 3 times a week. But I mean, yeah, it's a lot of work, and I think that a lot of people don't understand how much time it takes to make these videos. So for you, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, and I hope that you still make some sort of time to be able to do this at least once a month or something. Because I mean, I don't want to see the High Desert Man channel die.
Well, to be honest, I mean, there's times when I just feel like going out and doing a video, and if you know, maybe I do just throw something out there once a month or something like that, because I enjoy doing it, and I enjoy the feedback. I'll tell you, what I love more than anything is just getting to know everyone and having this camaraderie that we've developed with all these people and stuff, you know. Stephen mentioned the Patriarchal Smoke group, which is my Facebook group. That is going to continue because that's a very near and dear thing to my heart. A lot of people aren't into it, but yeah, the Patriarchal Smoke group is still growing, and I wish I could get more participation in it, but you know, we've got a group of guys that show, and then we do a herf on Saturdays. I do a Zoom herf on Saturdays, and that stuff is going to continue. But you know, we'll see what happens. If nothing else, I gotta keep popping out videos on whatever comes out Crowned Heads, and let people know what my thoughts are on the new Crowned Head stuff.
Well, let me ask you this: is there a way for you to record on StreamYard and just upload it to YouTube on Saturdays or Sundays?
Record on StreamYard. You mean
You're
just
live?
do a live thing and
Yeah. If that will save you time, I mean, that's something that you can be dedicated to and then upload it to your YouTube channel, as long as you have some sort of like consistent thing to where you have your Facebook, Zoom meetings, or whatever it is. Upload that. Just don't let it die. And if at some point in time where you're able to spend more time, dedicate more time to the channel, do it. But if all you can do is your Saturday meets, just go ahead and upload that. I think people would love to watch that and hear from you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I could definitely do that because I record all those. And for anyone that's interested, the Saturday Zoom herf that we do, that's just an open herf. Anybody can join that. If you're interested, I can. It was kind of funny here 2 weeks ago. We had our first, on a Tuesday night, we had our first Zoom bomb. We had a bunch of people coming in, and we had 3 new people, and I had just accepted a bunch of people to the group, so I didn't know if these were new guys to the group or whatever, but I was like, hey guys, how's it going? It's nice to have you here, whatever. And they were kind of quiet and everything, and then one of the guys popped up and said, these guys are too cool, we can't do this to them. And I said, okay, what's going on? And one of the guys started laughing, and he said, well, we're doing a Zoom bomb. And I started laughing, and I was like, I was waiting. I knew it was going to happen at some point in time. And the guys were really cool, and they dropped off, and they decided not to screw with our meeting and stuff. But it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Saturday thing is just an open Zoom herf, and we do it at 3 p.m. my time, so that's right now that's 2 p.m. Pacific,
5 p.m. Central,
5 p.m. Eastern. But it's going to end up. Yeah, well, Eastern isn't 3 hours until Sunday. So on Sunday it'll switch to 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, and Janice is heading out. It looks like. Janice, have a fantastic night. Great here, seeing you. Check my speaker. Oh, that's on Martin Amaya's end. I'm echoing through his end, Janice.
probably.
Anyways, so Martin, dude, thank you so much for being on the show, bro. And sorry it took so long to get you on here, man.
I know. I felt like I wasn't famous enough to be on your YouTube channel.
No, we just say the best for last, man.
I appreciate that.
What's
guys.
this? Hell's Angels in the house in Cave Creek, Arizona. Right on, man. That's just down the road from me.
Awesome.
Right on.
This was fun, guys.
Guys, have a fantastic night. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. And maybe I might put a post. Well, tomorrow would be our Zoom, so maybe later tonight I'll put a post for the Zoom meeting if anyone wants to join for the herf. It's open. It's just free herf. Bring your own cigars.
Right.
Martin, you have a fantastic night, bro.
Yes, sir.
I will. I've got some chores to do around the house. The kids are talking to me, so.
All right. God bless everyone.
Yeah, it was fun hanging out with you guys.
Yeah, thanks again, man.
It was awesome, dude. We'll see you in September for sure.
Definitely.
All right. And